Welcome to Module 4.3, the People Strategy, Building the Best Team Possible. This is drawn from the Interreg Italia-Malta INO programme, with the material being written and developed here at the Centre for Entrepreneurship and Business Incubation at the University of Malta. As you can see from this slide, we're in track 4, which relates to building a business that meets your needs. And here we're specifically thinking about an overview of building a business for startups. The people strategy, as you can see, appears in the upper left-hand quadrant of the model that we use. Every enterprise should try to build the best team possible. There is no place for prejudice in business. It is not only wicked, but just plain stupid. Recruitment should be driven by merit. Always try to hire the best person for the job within the budget that you have available. Business owners. The best team, of course, starts with the founders who become owners of the enterprise. You need a business plan and associated cash flow forecast, a business budget, the essential requirements that ensure agreement over what, when and how the enterprise will operate to achieve agreed milestones. There must be a suitable relationship agreement, e.g. a partner or shareholder agreement signed by all. And owners must agree at the outset about salaries, profit sharing and capital gains, which also means agreement over any exit strategy to sell the enterprise. At the outset, the founders will probably be officers of the enterprise at the same time. These are the people who make certain decisions and ensure that agreed objectives are met. If other officers are to be appointed, then the owners must be in agreement as to the criteria for appointment and the roles to be occupied. All officers should have service-level agreements, SLAs, in place which are more detailed forms of a job description. Officers' remuneration packages must be agreed by all of the owners. Business operatives covers all of the other people working within the enterprise, and the owners must have an agreed hiring plan that defines the operatives, the other staff needed, and when they are required to join the enterprise. All operatives need job descriptions, contracts of employment, and personal performance targets. Officers are required to ensure that operatives fulfill the requirements placed upon them. For example, having an annual review is simply not adequate. Benefits such as health insurance must be costed carefully and assessed, as access should be for all parties at the same time. Business partners. Now, these are organisations or individuals necessary for the operation of the enterprise. The term partner suggests, of course, a close relationship, and so it is often defined in some form of agreement, so that requirements on both sides are understood and agreed. Any decision to replace an existing partner with a new one should be approved by officers of the enterprise, but may also require approval from the owners. The most obvious business advisor role is that of the accountant. All enterprises need one and must have one. It is also wise to have a business advisor capable of giving general legal advice, but some enterprises may also need the services of a patent attorney if it has valuable intellectual property to protect. Other common advisors include those around human resources, regulatory affairs, technical consultants, and mentors. Many startup enterprises launch their business in some form of incubator or perhaps an accelerator, which can be a commercial facility or one supported and provided by a university or some government initiative. Many incubators offer access to mentors for general business guidance. However, always make sure that the mentors are validated or accredited. No new enterprise should buy buildings or equipment, referred to as capital expenditure, or CapEx for short, if those things can be leased. External contractors. No new enterprise should buy buildings or equipment, referred to as capital expenditure, or CapEx for short, if those things can be leased. External contractors tend to be individuals or organisations that offer services, often production, that avoid the need for spending CapEx, certainly at the outset of the business. Production by an external contractor can get the products to market for a new enterprise quickly. Always have agreements in place with external contractors, however, to ensure that any new intellectual property that arises is owned by the enterprise and not by the contractor. Suppliers are often underestimated as partners, and enterprises simply look for the cheapest source of raw materials. Often, suppliers can provide valuable insight into new trends and what competitors are doing. Having backup suppliers in place to ensure a continuous and consistent supply of raw materials is essential. Always try to negotiate terms in relation to anticipated annual requirements of raw materials rather than a month-by-month basis in order to get the best commercial deal. That's the end of the presentation. In the lecture format, we'll be asking for your questions, but for now, let me simply say thank you for watching the video.